Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. A Bachelor in Paradise cast member is ashamed of his behavior on the show and is accepting responsibility following his departure. Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 marked the show's return after a 2-year hiatus, however it fell short of expectations among viewers. Although the return of familiar contestants sparked interest, the news site garnered criticism, with some labeling it a Walmart Love Island. Viewers also believed that the drama, particularly from the performers, fell short. Hakeem had written, "Walking out of paradise a lot sooner than I ever pictured, but feeling so thankful for it all." He stated that he was ready to push himself out of his comfort zone but is now crawling right back into my shell. The reason for this is that Hakeem's rejection and goodbyes on national television humbled him quickly. Hakeem admitted that after much reflection, he recognizes that he still has work to do, particularly in terms of managing his emotions and not allowing them to dictate the show. He hoped that when people see him, they will have a little hope about how they, too, can put themselves out there to face the hard parts while also experiencing embarrassment and heartbreak, only to emerge stronger. Hakeem's apology and Instagram statement represent a rare moment of honesty in reality television. By confessing that rejection humbled him on national television, he revealed a side of himself that many people can identify with. He acknowledged his emotions and stated a genuine desire to evolve, making his departure feel more natural than tragic. He also spoke openly about the loss of a friendship, most likely referring to Ricky, demonstrating that the rupture was not only for the cameras. Instead of assigning blame, he reflected on how events unfolded and the emotional toll they took. Fans say it adds substance to a conflict that previously appeared petty and overdone. Even though his experience on Bachelor in Paradise was brief, Hakeem concluded his post with hope. He pushed others to accept rejection, feel embarrassed, and still believe in second chances. His message was plain. This is not the end of his narrative. Viewers may see him return, stronger and more self-aware. Hakeem's reflection on his time on Bachelor in Paradise is refreshingly honest. Instead of avoiding, he recognized his emotions, made mistakes, and even admitted to losing a valuable friendship. It's unusual to see such sensitivity following a reality TV exit, and supporters hope this isn't the last they see of him. To Hakeem's credit, he didn't villainize Ricky. Instead, he reflected on his own expectations. "I put Ricky on a pedestal," he wrote. "I expected him to have my back in a way that maybe wasn't fair. He was trying to find love too." The post went viral across Bachelor Nation subreddits. Fans dubbed him the most emotionally intelligent man Bachelor Nation has ever had. Some even called for his return, whether on another Paradise season or even as a future Bachelor lead. Others related to his story on a personal level. Comments like "I've been Hakeem in real life and this hit way too close to home" flooded his DMs. Hakeem, meanwhile, stayed quiet for a few days after that. He said he needed time to think, to grieve, to recalibrate. In that silence, something rare happened. His authenticity created a ripple effect. More contestants from the season began sharing their own truths. Sasha released a statement saying she wished things had gone differently, that she didn't mean to hurt anyone, and that she had immense respect for Hakeem. Ricky followed with his own video, admitting he hadn't handled the situation well and that he hoped to reconnect with Hakeem someday. When Hakeem returned to social media a week later, he seemed changed. The heartbreak was still there, but so was a quiet confidence. He'd started therapy again, this time with a focus on rejection sensitivity. He was journaling every day, limiting screen time, and spending weekends volunteering with local youth groups. In an interview with a Bachelor Nation podcast, he spoke at length about what the show had taught him. "I thought I was ready," he said. "But I was ready for a controlled version of this. Not the real thing. The real thing is messy. It's unpredictable. And sometimes, it hurts more than you expect. He also acknowledged the performative aspects of being on reality TV. You're not just dating, he said. You're dating while mic'd up, while producers ask you leading questions, while your insecurities are amplified for millions to see. Still, he didn't regret going. Not entirely. If anything, it reminded me that I still have work to do, he said. And maybe it showed someone watching that it's okay to stumble. That you can fall apart in public and still find a way to rebuild. What struck fans most was how Hakeem never sought sympathy. He wasn't playing the victim. He was just human. Flawed. Learning. Trying. His journey, though cut short on screen, became one of the most talked about storylines off-screen. A producer anonymously told a media outlet that Hakeem's rawness had surprised everyone. We thought he'd fade into the background, the source said. Instead, he's become the heart of the season. Now, months later, Hakeem is writing a memoir. Tentatively titled Crashing Waves, Rising Tide, the book will explore his experiences on both The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise, as well as the emotional aftermath of being publicly rejected. He hopes it will help others, especially men, embrace their own feelings without shame. He's also partnered with a mental health nonprofit to launch a web series called Man Enough to Feel, in which he interviews men from all walks of life about emotional vulnerability, heartbreak, and resilience. When asked if he would ever return to Paradise, Hakeem paused. Maybe, he said. But not to prove anything. Not to redeem myself. I think I'd go back just to be present. To enjoy it. And maybe to show someone else that it's okay to try again. And that's exactly what Bachelor Nation needed to hear. Because sometimes the most powerful stories aren't about who finds love in the end. Sometimes, they're about the ones who leave early, broken but not bitter, embarrassed but not ashamed, humbled but not defeated. Some changes, however, did feel promising. The set itself had undergone a transformation. Instead of the secluded beachside hideaway from previous seasons, the new location boasted multi-level villas, themed rooms, and even a romance arena where weekly challenges played out. These visual upgrades gave the show a fresh energy and more spaces for contestants to interact naturally, away from the bar or fire pit. The presence of private balconies, hidden cabanas, and an upgraded interview room allowed for a more cinematic experience. Yet ironically, the increased space sometimes made the show feel lonelier. Moments of connection were harder to come by, as cast members often retreated to their own corners of the resort. In terms of tone, the biggest shift came from the narration. Longtime fans had come to love the self-aware humor that permeated Paradise, the blooper reels, the exaggerated sound effects, the way the show never took itself too seriously. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.